This is the plaintiff, James Robbins. He says he owns a yacht brokerage company, and the defendant was selling a 2007 Sea Ray boat and entered into an agreement with him to sell the boat. And if he did, he would get a 10% commission. They both signed an agreement. Then 2 months later, the guy told him he didn't want to sell the boat anymore. He then turned around and sold the boat on his own, is cutting him out of his commission. And he's here in the name of justice, seeking the $5,000 he feels he's owed. This is the defendant, Klaus Lepp. He says he placed an ad on Craigslist for the boat, and 2 hours later, the plaintiff called him. He claimed he could sell the boat quickly, so he said, sure, why not? The plaintiff had no buyers after a few months. He didn't sell it quickly, so he went on his own and sold it himself. He never signed any contract with the plaintiff. The guy claims he has a contract with an electronic signature, which is clearly made up, and he owes nothing. He's accused of cruising into a lawsuit.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff has a yacht brokerage company agreed to sell the defendant's boat and says that he got screwed in the commission. But the defendant says the plaintiff couldn't sell the boat to save his life. It's the case of whatever floats your boat.
Thank you, Douglas. All Florida Yacht Sales, LLC, represented here by James Robbins. You're the owner? You're
Yes, Your
suing
Honor.
Klaus Lepp for $5,000. You say you're actually out more than that, but that's a statutory maximum because according to you, he breached a contract to you as a broker to sell the boat that
Yes,
he
Your
was
Honor.
trying to sell. Okay, talk to me. Tell me what happened.
Sure. So the defendant and I entered into an agreement to list his boat onto various websites, including mine. At a fee, we get paid a percentage to do that. And, we agreed to the number, the selling number, which was $51,000. I sent him the contract via email, which he looked at, e-signed. It comes back to me, and I e-signed it as well.
Okay,
We
by
both get a
e-sign
copy.
you mean click and it's an electronic signature?
It's an electronic signature, yes.
Okay. And may I see it?
Yes.
Okay, so go on.
So we entered into the agreement. We set up a time to have one of my salespeople go by and take the pictures and the videos of it.
And did they?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
My salesperson, Jeremy, went by, shot the pictures and the videos. We upload those on our website, and it gets put on the various websites around the country and around the world.
Okay.
And we marketed the boat for almost 2 months.
And then what happened?
We attempted to contact the defendant because we had another showing set up. We had 2 showings prior, and this time he refused to answer his phone or email or text. So I got involved, and my attorney got involved. We wrote a sternly worded email, which we said, you can't just not show the boat whenever it's convenient for you. He sent me back a message via email that I needed to prove that he e-signed the contract.
Let me see the email from you to him and the email from him to you. Did you learn that he had in fact sold the boat?
No, this is actually the first time I've heard it.
When it came out of my mouth?
No, when the...
When you arrived in court?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Let
Yes,
me
Your
hear
Honor.
from you. What's going on?
What's going on?
Here's the statement.
Well, I was the owner of a Sea Ray 280, and I decided a while ago to sell that boat because I had too many issues with it. It was too big. So I put it on Craigslist. And it didn't take a day till I got a call and from this gentleman, and he said, oh yeah, we're gonna sell the boat for you. And I don't know if we agreed that day to the price, because how would you agree to a price if you haven't even seen the boat? Anyway, his gentleman, his sales guy or whoever showed up a couple of days later. He took pictures, he went to the boat, and...
Yeah, but why are you letting him do that if you didn't have according to you, you never had an agreement with him?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
I haven't seen a contract which I signed.
Okay. But you let his photographer come and take pictures.
Well,
I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a sentence. You let his photographer come by and take pictures of the boat in order to be able to list it. But you are suggesting that you did not have. So that sounds to me like you certainly had a verbal contract. It sounds like
verbally, yes, we agreed.
And what did you agree on? 10%?
I agreed on the 10%.
And for how long was he going to have the listing?
Never ever a number how long was mentioned.
But why would he bother to put you on all these websites and market it and hustle and try to sell it for you unless he's going to get paid for doing that? And if there's no time limit, then there's no guarantee for him. You could just turn around and sell it to somebody else today,
right.
Because there's no time limit, right?
Right.
So that wouldn't be very good business on his part.
Well, why would I put a boat on the market or a contract for 365 days? It was June. I want to sell that boat. I want to sell it quick. I never ever would sign a contract for 365 days. But if I sell,
when did you agree with him to do it? June, you said June of 2016.
We agreed that we did it based on his guy.
June of 2017.
Yeah. June. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And when did you ended up taking the boat and trading it in to buy another boat?
I talked to a boat dealer.
Oh, wait a minute. Between that and the trade-in, you actually speak with him and agree to lower the price.
No.
No, that's in your statement.
I spoke with his salesman.
Okay, and you agree to lower the price.
I'm not lowering the price.
I'm sorry. Maybe I misread this. Let's see what this says. He told me he was going to change the list price to $45,000, and I agreed. Am I making that up? That's a statement that you just signed.
No, that's the statement I signed.
Yes. Is that your signature? Give this to him, please. Is that your signature? Did you just?
What was the date on that?
Today, when you walked in, when we handed you your statement, and you read through it and then signed it.
That's your signature?
That's my signature.
Yeah, is that fresh in your mind?
Sorry.
All right, in there, show him where I just read there that he agreed to lower it to 45.
We had a conversation, and I said I would be minimum would be 45 because they offered me 35.
Okay.
And this was after 2 weeks.
But the question was, did you agree to lower the list price to 45?
To 45, yes.
Oh, it's a yes?
Yes. Well, let's say it this way. Let me say one thing.
Why don't you say it the way it happened? How's that for a plan? Let's say it honestly, instead of trying to snake away that guy's commission.
I'm not
for your
sneaking it away.
Yeah, because here's the
There
thing.
was
I
no
gotta
action.
believe you that you didn't electronically sign it
I did
for you
not.
to be able to get away without paying him a broker's
Let
fee.
me give you one example. When I requested from him the contract, which I apparently signed, according to him, I never received a copy of it. Never. So I received from the courthouse the contract which he sent to the courthouse. So if I look at my emails, the contract is signed, according to him, on the 3rd. And I also got an email on the 4th with the contract. So why do I get 2 times this, and here it's signed on the 3rd? Why would you send me another one on the 4th? That's strange, for me at least.
It's not signed on the 3rd. It's authored on the 3rd, which is perfectly consistent with what you're saying. He drew up the contract on the 3rd. It's signed on the 4th.
And I got 2 requests here, one on the 3rd
And one on the 4th.
one on the 4th.
And then on the 4th, eventually it got signed. So what's your
I
point?
did not sign it.
So if the defendant turns around and sells it still within the 1 year, does the plaintiff get the 10% commission?
Absolutely.
Why?
A contract is a contract.
But the guy says, you didn't sell it, and I did it myself, so you had a right to, you just didn't.
I say they owe the 10% still.
They owe the 10% going inside the courtroom.
I would never
Right.
agree to 365 days.
Except for I have all this contact between you and them where they're spending money marketing it, they're doing all of the stuff that you bargained with them to do, and then you one fine day in, how much later? This was June, and so when did you trade it in?
I traded in October 11.
October, you then end up trading it in, and may I see what the trade-in value was?
There's an invoice, the trade-in value was $35,000.
Right. Why would you be entitled to $51.50 if which would be 10% of
Sure.
$51,500
Right.
when even you guys lowered the price to $44,000?
We did.
So why
He
would you be?
agreed to-
So in what world would you market something for $44 but get $51,500 and be entitled to that 10%?
When he goes zero dark 30 and we can't reach him, we have
Then
to
you're
go
just
back
angry
to
and
the
you want to make
original-
it bigger than it is.
Well, we have to go back to the original agreement, right?
No, you
Because-
don't, because the agreement was amended by you guys to 44, and if the sale happened for 35, which was coincidentally and beautifully, the best offer you were able to get him
Exactly,
anyway,
exactly.
then what you would be entitled to is $3,500. Okay? Do you have the email that he sends to you that shows that he electronically signed this? Like, in other words, when people send it to you electronically signed, don't they? Isn't there an email involved?
What I get is an automatic reply from the company that I use that states this has been signed by him.
Do you have that?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Here's an email from the third-party folks saying that they got from you the signature, the electronic signature.
I still don't recall that.
Oh, now you don't recall it, not it didn't happen. You're such a liar. And that's so disgraceful because, you know, it is what it is. I mean, if it turned out to be a bad deal for you, then you eat it and you learn more the next time, you know? But to lie and say that you didn't sign it is just disgraceful.
I never would sign 365
Now,
days.
then next time, read what you sign a little better because it's very obvious you signed it, okay? And you acted like you signed it. You let them take pictures, you let them broker it, you negotiate with them whether you offers, and then you turn around and you think it'll be a consequence-free environment for you to turn around and sell it and not pay them their commission. And according to you, you've been in this position before. People have said, look, I'd just like to trade it in. Can I work something out with you?
Yes.
And you've accepted as little as what?
$500.
Right, except now, 10% of $35,000 would be what?
$3,500, Your Honor.
Exactly, and that is what I am ruling in your favor on.
Thank you.
$3,500, verdict for the plaintiff.
So the plaintiff will get $3,500, which is a commission on a sale of $35,000, which you did get. You know, this didn't look good for you in court today. You know that.
Yes, I understand that, but we did not go through the whole exercise.
Well,
he made me verbally offers from $500
Bottom
and
line is,
$2,000.
you signed this. You
I
claimed you
do
didn't,
not-
but you did. She had the proof.
I do not recall that. I'm sorry.
Well, but you
So-
did. You may not remember it, but you did. So, sorry.
Anyway, I still have the opinion that he's a crook.
No,
And I
not
stepped in
really.
his trap.
He seems like he's doing okay.
No, I
He
don't.
won the lawsuit. So, sorry about that. Sorry for you. Mr. Robbins, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, you had to go through a good bit to get this.
I did,
Right.
but the judge ruled in our favor, and I'm ecstatic right
Okay.
now.
I know you were trying to get, $5,000.
I was.
You only get $3,500. You okay with that?
She didn't see it my way, which is
No.
okay. She saw it in my way, so I'll take that,
Good enough.
okay, as a win for the
okay,
company. All
okay.
Florida yacht sales.
All right, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Harvey?
Okay, when you sign a contract like this, you got to make sure, A, you know what the time frame is, and B, whether you lose the right to sell it during that time. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.